I am the king and will not be. I am the king and will not be. King and will not.
Hey, what is up guys? Epic Pokemon TCG here, and today guys we're going to be taking a look at the deck that I used during the 2016 Texas States Tournament. Now I didn't do absolutely spectacular with it, but still I figured I'll go ahead and show you guys what I was playing and everything. And before we get into the video and everything, I want to let you know that the list is down in the description below so you guys can go check that out. And also if you hear the sounds of a demon in the background, the wind is blowing pretty furiously here. So we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. So I decided to play Mewtwo Espeon. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Mega Mewtwo first. It has an attack called Psychic Infinity, 10, and then does 30 more damage for each energy attached to both Pokemon, and you don't apply weakness. And really this card can hit for a lot of damage, and it's kind of like my playstyle is that it's like, you know, pretty much like big basics. Well, I mean this isn't a basic, but it was a deck type big basics and stuff. So pretty much like hitting for a lot of damage is like the way I like to go, and so I decided to play this. But I decided to go, instead of playing Mewtwo Lucario like I have been, I decided to change it up a little bit and play the Damage Change Mewtwo. So it has an attack called Shatter Shot, 30 times the number of Psychic Energy attached to Mewtwo. And then Damage Change, pretty much you just switch the energy, or not energy, but damage on Mewtwo with your opponent's active. So if your opponent's active has 30 damage on it, Mewtwo has 160, well you just switch the damage. So play a 3-3 line of those. And the reason why I played the 3-3 is just, well, really, like, I don't know, that's just kind of the numbers I was comfortable with. And next up, we're going to be taking a look at the Pokemon I partnered it up with. And that's going to be Espeon. So it has an attack called Miraculous Shine. Devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon and put the highest stage evolution card into your opponent's hand. And then it has Psyshock. Pretty much it just does 70, and pretty much it just gets past all effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Really, this is in here for a Jolteon and a Regice counter, and an Aegislash counter too. So one thing, however, I didn't use Espeon particularly too much. Really, it just really never came into play, and it was kind of just like dead draw. And you know, pretty much this deck auto loses to Night March. Like I knew that going into the event. I kind of wanted to play the Dark Mewtwo variant with regular Evital and maybe like Fright Night Evital or something like that. You know, just have those in there. But something I really noticed round one when I played against Night March, that if I would have had Latios in here, probably just one, but I went ahead and just bought two after I got done with the match just to try it out for later. If I would have had Latios in here, because my opponent just started Joltik, I went first both games. Of course, you know, things probably would have changed and things would have been different, but I just feel like Latios might have helped me out in the Night March matchup a little bit, but, you know, really I'm just trying to figure out some things that I can use to better my matchup for Night March. But Latios definitely came to mind, and I figured, you know, maybe if I had one, then, you know, I could probably use it. Because I had situations where I could get it turn one and attack and win. Because both, like, all 4 games I had, my opponent just had lone Joltics pretty much active. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the 3 Shaymin that I played. It's in here really just for setup and Sky Return. Sky Return is a pretty awesome attack against Trevenant as well. If you can chain, you know, Shaymins over and over and over, that's pretty awesome. But really this is in here just for the setup, and then we're going to finish it off with the one Hoopa. Hoopa was fantastic in here. I absolutely loved Hoopa in this list, just because it can grab everything, which is really awesome. It could just grab everything and help you out, and you know, it was a great card. But I'm going to be kind of going over some of the cards I think I would change out in here too. Now for the supporters, of course, the standard 4 Sycamore, and then I play 2 Birch's Observations, 2 Lysandre, and AZ, which is like probably like my favorite supporter, honestly, of the entire event, just because I can, like, it sucks starting with Hoopa, but when I was able to Battle Compressor into an AZ and pick it up and like hopefully have another, obviously I'd have another Pokemon on the bench, but just being able to AZ up Hoopa and then Scoundrel Ring for some more stuff was just absolutely amazing. AZ was probably my favorite supporter of the whole entire event, hands down. And next up, I play 1 Judge. I originally had 3 Professor Birch's Observations in here, but I took one out for a Judge because I figured if I'm going to draw 4 cards, I'm going to try to screw with my opponent a little bit too and try to reshuffle their hand and make them draw 4. And now another card right here, this was like the card that I was just like, within 2 rounds, I was like, okay, I probably should have went with Xerosic. Honestly, I should have went with Xerosic over the Pokemon Center lady. I was like really debating like this card between 2 other supporters. I think I just kicked my camera. Holy crap. Nah, we're good. We're good. Okay. Anyway, I just kicked my tripod, my bad. But anyway, I was pretty much going between this. Let's see, I was going to go like this, Xerosic, and there was another card I was looking at. I'm not 100% sure what it was. But I went with this. In all honesty, I think Xerosic would have probably been a way better call. I really think that would have just been better. Also, it would have helped me out in the Night March matchup as well. A little bit, just being able to Xerosic off DCs and everything. Of course, they play Puzzle of Time, but you never know when a situation might come up where you'd be able to hit one Xerosic off and knock out a Night Marcher and, you know, your opponent's down 2 DC. But you never know. Next up, 4 VS Seeker. Pretty standard, just to get back all your supporters. And then I play 4 Mewtwo Spirit Link. Now, the reason behind me playing 4 Mewtwo Spirit Link is because I do play Super Rod in here. And so Super Rod really was awesome because, like, when I was playing the crap out of Mewtwo Lucario and testing it and getting everything going, I found the situation a lot of times where I would be able to Super Rod a Mewtwo line back in, or if I had a brutal, like, Sycamore or something like that and I had to discard it, I can Super Rod in back later, and then I would be able to have a Mewtwo Spirit Link. So pretty much I'd essentially have 4 Mewtwo's a game. And also, of course, with Startling Megaphone, Xerosic, and such going around becoming so popular, having another Spirit Link to fall back on is probably really good to have, and I definitely liked having 4 in here. And I'm pretty much like I don't know, I like to go overly consistent with some of my lists, unfortunately. 4 Ultra Ball, this is really, honestly, to target out Hoopa mostly, but at the same time, of course, it gets you pretty much everything. Also allows you to discard dead cards in your hand for judges and whatnot, and eventually ends when that comes back. Next up, we're going to take a look at the 4 Mega Turbo because, like I said, yeah, I kind of become over-prepared. I love 4 Mega Turbo. I do. Definitely could bump this down to 3. Honestly, I do agree with some people saying that 4 is a little overkill, but at the same time, you know, being able to power up a Mewtwo and do a crap ton of damage, putting as much pressure on your opponent as possible is always a good thing. Next up, 3 Trainer's Mail. Really, this is just in here to try to search out your Spirit Links, try to search out supporters, try to search out stuff that can help you eventually in the game. Pretty much every card in here has a specific purpose for me. And so, like this card here was like the MVP of so many decks this weekend because it is a fantastic card. When you don't open with a supporter and you do open with VS Seeker, Battle Compressor, then you're guaranteed a supporter if you discard one, if you remember anyway, because there are some times when you do forget to discard supporters. But like I was saying earlier, being able to, you know, have a Hoopa start and then hopefully getting another Pokemon, Battle Compressor away, and AZ to pick up Hoopa and then, you know, pick it up in Scoundrel Ring. Or if you really just need a supporter in general, like you can just get rid of Sycamore, you can get rid of Lysandre for later, you can go ahead and get rid of like another supporter you might need for the game or something like that. Or like if you're like really late into the game and you don't have that many cards left, you don't really need to search out that many Pokemon, you can start discarding Ultra Balls and everything like that out of your deck. Just getting all the stuff that you really don't need in the matchup anymore out of the way. And then I played 1 Startling Megaphone. Really, this was in here, you know, for Night March matchups again. I tried to give myself somewhat of a chance against it, but really ultimately overall, once Pumpkaboo starts attacking and, you know, they can keep up the consistent attackers, this deck really can't do that much. And I just kind of accepted that. I just kind of accepted, you know, hey, if I go against Night March, I'm just going to take the loss and try to hope, you know, to God that I can go against other decks and do pretty well. Really, the only thing that I went against that beat me that wasn't Night March was an extremely consistent Rayquaza that honestly knocked the living piss out of me and started one-shotting Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo's. Alright, I didn't have those out immediately yet, but if I did, it would have started one-shotting them by his turn 2. So, for the stadium, I went ahead and went with Shrine of Memory. That's because, well, this Mewtwo can tank like freaking crazy. So, you know, if it has like 200 damage on it or something like that, you can hopefully have Shrine of Memories use that attack to use damage change and put like 200 damage. I'm just throwing out a number here, but you can throw a lot of damage on your opponent's active and then probably switch maybe 90 damage or something like that. So that's pretty good. Definitely a fantastic card. And it's just a counter stadium too. There could be other stadiums that would probably be better, but I figured, you know, since I am playing the Psychic Mewtwo, I might as well throw in 3 Shrine of Memories. And I was having a huge problem trying to decide what stadium I wanted to play. I originally had like 3 Shrine of Memories, like 2 Dimension Valley. I was going back and forth with so many different stadiums, so many different stadium combinations, that eventually I just ended up with the 3 Shrine of Memories. Now, I do play 7 Psychic, right? Is that right? Yeah, okay. 7 Psychic and 4 DC. Pretty self-explanatory. Psychics for, well, damage change, Espeon, DCs for Mega Mewtwo, and Espeon second attack, and things of that nature. So, yeah, would I play this deck again? Well, I don't know yet. But unfortunately, I won't be able to head to any states anymore this year because the one that I was planning on going to, I'm going to WrestleMania, unfortunately, that weekend, so that sucks. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you have not seen the vlogs from the Texas States, then make sure you go check those out. I'll have those on little annotation cards at the end of the video. So you guys go check out what I experienced at Texas States. Give yourself a little first-hand view of everything that was going on. You know, feel like you're actually there, sort of. And see all of our crazy shenanigans while we were on the trip and everything. Pretty cool. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. And take care. This is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out. And let me know down in the comment section below if you played in any states tournaments and what you played. And, yeah, take care, guys.